Hey lights, welcome back to my channel. It's Chantel here. I am someone who researches a lot. I can be talking to you now and you say something alien. Your girl is using her phone to Google what the meaning of that is. It's a character I've imbibed for so long. With that being said, just know that anything I'm going to be discussing in this video has been well researched and I know that it's going to work. If you are updated on my videos, the last two videos I talked about, number one, my picks and pits of 2019. That's a separate video. I'll leave it in the cards here. And the second one, I just talked about the changes I'll be making on this channel. So this is the first upload on the entrepreneurship series, guys. So you have to boss up 2020. We have to be boss girls, boss guys in this 2020. And like you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you so many side hustles that you can do with little or no money here online. It doesn't necessarily have to be online, but offline, online, you can do these things, and I guarantee you that you're going to get paid doing either one of all of these things I'm going to be mentioning now. The first thing I'll be talking about, I wrote them in my phone, so in no particular order. I will start with the first one, which is being a stylist. If you're a fashionista and you know so much about fashion, you can start by being a stylist. You don't need to get a shop or pay anything for it. You can start with your family members first and gradually ascend to others that will pay you money. All of these things are things that when you start, with time, when you gain so much presence, you start getting paid from them. I know that so many people don't have the patience to say, oh okay, I have to work with this in this field for this long to get paid. But like with every other thing in life, you have to put in a lot of work for you to get dividends. So being a stylist is one of them. You do not need much money. You don't even need anything to start being a stylist. If it's something that is inborn in you, you know how to style pieces, make people look beautiful. You can take a white shirt and style it in 3 or 4 different ways that so many people cannot even think about. You can start cashing out with that, and it won't look like a job because it's something that you have the passion for. So yeah, being a stylist is a good option as a side hustle to make money in 2020. The next on my list is cooking. I know that there are a lot of people that love to cook. I'm not one of those people on earth. I hate to cook so much, although I know how to cook, but there are some people that really love cooking. So why not take out that your gift and share it with the world? I know a lot of people that are ready to pay for food. I am one of them. I am someone that can order food morning, afternoon, night, and there are a lot of people out there too. So why not cash out from your gift and your passion and start cooking? You don't have to get a big kitchen. You can start from your kitchen in your house. Just get styrofoam plates. Food is really cheap and you gain a lot of money from it. It's a win-win situation since it's something you love to do. You're not paying for extra gas. The gas you're using is the same gas you use to cook in your house. So you might be cooking for your family and you just top it up and say, oh okay, if my family members are 3 and I'm cooking for 13 people, you make an overhead from each plate that you're selling out. Does that make any sense? It's really a good side hustle that I know that it sells. And if you want to make more cash, you can also add a diet plan into your meal selling. So for instance, you start a keto diet plan, and I know that people don't have the time to make keto meals, say cabbage swallow and oatmeal, all those keto things, the healthy things, and you can sell that for way more than you sell the regular food because they are hard to come by and they are more stressful. So for instance, you sell a plate of vegetable oilless soup and cabbage swallow for 2,500, which is something that you make with less than 1,000 naira in if you're making it in bulk. So it's something that is good when you want to cash out this 2020, and you should try looking into it if you have the flair for cooking. The third key point I'll be sharing is thrift clothing store. Thrift clothing, like the name suggests, is selling out used clothes. So I'm someone that has benefited from that department a lot. I have a page on Instagram called Chantel's Box, and basically what I do is just bring out neatly used clothes. Not everything I use I sell. I use things very well. I use things carefully. So if you're that type of person that doesn't just scatter your things when you use them, and someone can reuse it and pay a token for them, that's a very big way to cash out in 2020. I have, like I said, I have a page on Instagram. So what I like to do is when I want to declutter, I have two piles. One I'm giving away and the other I'm selling. The ones I'm giving away I can take it to church, but the others I feel like, oh, somebody will benefit from this and wear these things well, I sell for a very cheap token on Instagram. It doesn't necessarily have to be what you bought it for. You can't even sell it what you purchased it for, because there's wear and tear in it. You have worn it for a bit, so you've worked your money a bit, if not all of your money, and you're going to sell it and get something. So what I do is just put it out there on social media, Instagram to be precise, on my Insta stories, and people buy it almost immediately. It goes very fast. So if you want to look into that, it's another sure way of making money in 2020. Yet another side hustle you can benefit from is being a service provider. When I say service provider, I'm just accumulating everything into one. So for instance, you don't know anything about IT, you're not a techie person, but you know people that need techie services. For instance, videography, video editing, Photoshop, Corel Draw, design, and all of that techie side of service. You can just create a page on Fiverr. Fiverr.com is filled with third-party vendors that can do that for you at a at a cost rather. So you just charge the person that you're going to be working for a little bit above what you'll be charged on Fiverr, and you get the extra money for yourself to keep. So you're not doing anything. You don't need to know anything about IT. You just get where the person is coming from and initiate their vision to the person on Fiverr, and he delivers, and you in turn deliver to the person that paid you for it. So basically you're just a middleman between the vendor and the person that needs the service. So you're a service provider in that regard. That is something that is amazing. I'm into some of them and it's been good all through. YouTube intros and outros included. Like when I wanted to do my YouTube intro, I knew that I could go to Fiverr and get it done, but because Dee Ubani introduced me to someone, I just decided to use her. And I don't think she's the one that does it. I feel like she's a middleman between myself and whoever she uses. I might be wrong, but what I'm just trying to say is that things like that exist. So I paid her $20 for it. So if she's doing it online for about $10, she's getting $10 extra to pocket for doing nothing, just being a middleman. That's a sure way to cash out this year, and you should try looking into that if you've been looking for options on what to do. But with this, you're not adding £1 of your money into it. £1, $1, £1, 20 cents, whatever it is. It's absolutely free of charge. You just need to be present to be able to do this. Being an errand person is also a way of making money in 2020. When I say errand person, here in Nigeria, there are some people that go to the market for people. There are some people that go to do school drop-offs or stuff, so many things. For instance, you get to meet a parent that is very busy, that has a 9-to-5 job and doesn't let him or her leave the office for any reason, and that person wants to go to the market, that person wants to go to the supermarket, that person wants to go pay bills like NEPA bills, water bills, and all of that, and you are not doing anything. You can just do that and get a token for your services. So you can go, you don't even need to leave your house. If you're the type of person that does things online, you can go to the website where you buy the NEPA card. In Nigeria, NEPA is like our power holding company of Nigeria. NEPA was the old name. I think PHCN is what it's being called now. So you pay for your DSTV, your NEPA card for the person online. Go for supermarket runs. Go to any supermarket. Buy the things that the person has listed. Sometimes people take it up a notch and you can do errand services like school drop-off or pick-up if they can't pick up for their children. Just be someone who is trustworthy and charge a token, and I'm sure people will be willing to pay for those services because it takes a lot of loads off their shoulder and they get things done faster than they have anticipated. So you can also make cash by delving into Airbnb. Airbnb is a cash making whatever this, as in over time, it has been something that people have used to build other houses while renting out their living spaces. So if you're someone who doesn't mind sharing your living space with total strangers, you should consider doing this. Airbnb sells so fast. I know that in Nigeria here we've already started doing Airbnb in places like Calabar, Lagos, and I think Abuja. I'm sure Port Harcourt would have started it as well. It is a sure way to make cash. Let me break it down for you. Say for instance, in a year your house rent is 350,000 naira and you have a 2-bedroom apartment with toilet and bathroom. Maybe each room has a toilet and bathroom, and you're not using that extra room for anything. If you do not mind, you can rent it out as an Airbnb space to somebody who will pay let's say 7 to 10,000 naira a day for the space. Calculate that by 365 days. That's if you have people every other day. But if you don't, you can even reduce that by half and see how much you make. It's a lot, if not as much as you will pay for your house rent. So basically you're prorating your house rent and sharing it with somebody who is not living there permanently. You can as well sublet your place to somebody through Airbnb and go stay with a friend or a relative, and when the person leaves you come back to your apartment, thereby making more money because you're letting out the both spaces. Is really good, and it's something that anybody that doesn't mind sharing their space should consider doing. Another thing I'll be touching on is event planning. As an event planner, you don't need anything. You don't need any money to start up your event planning business. You can always start with your friends and family, and all you need to do is source for vendors. As an event planner, you source for vendors for makeup, for bridal gown, for halls, for everything basically that is required for a good wedding, and the runarounds, you get paid for it. This is synonymous with being an errand person, but with this one you have a title on your head and it's only relative to weddings. So you be an event planner for weddings and parties as well, so you just do that and get paid. I think that most event planners charge by percentage of the budget of the person doing the wedding. So for instance, if your wedding budget is 2 million naira and the event planner is charging 10% on your wedding budget, there and then you're getting 200,000 naira for just running around, and it's a win-win if you're someone that knows how to arrange things. I won't say anybody can be an event planner, because being an event planner means being someone that puts their head down, that knows that you should pay attention to detail, someone who is meticulous enough to pull out something like that. So yeah, if you fall into that category, you can be an event planner in 2020 and cash out. You can also start off a house cleaning business. With that, all you need is broom, mop, and a bit of detergent, which will cost you up to 2,000 naira. So this is little or no money spent when delving into that business. So for house cleaners, which is a business that is thriving in Nigeria now, I have used one for a bit, and in a month they charge me 15,000 naira just to clean my house once a week and 3 times a month, not even 4 times a month. 15,000 naira. The amount they're spending to buy detergent and all the things they need to clean the house is not even up to 3,000 naira. Do you get? And in most cases, some people like myself, when they came to clean my house, I still lent them my bucket, my mop, my detergent, and everything. So they did not necessarily have to use what they came with. It's something that people are really using to cash out. You don't have to sit down there and wait for a job to come to you. You can employ yourself and make some coins for yourself. Uber or Taxify or Palm Drive here in Port Harcourt is another good way to cash out this year. All you need to do is just go to any of the service providers that I mentioned. That's Uber, Taxify, or Palm Drive. Palm Drive is situated in Port Harcourt, and register your vehicle and download the app, fill your car, and you start getting jobs. It's as easy as that, and within a week I'm sure you will cash out a lot, because I know that car business is a very thriving business. Uber is doing so well, and they don't have any car of their own. All they do is use a third party, which will be you, if you're willing to do that, and you get a certain percentage because you're not even working hard to get the customers. The customers come from the service provider, that's the company you're working under, and at the end of the day all you need to do is just drop the person at the person's destination, maintain your car, and get paid. It's as easy as that, and it's a sure way to make money this year without spending a lot or breaking the bank. If you're someone who is good in English and literature, you can also be a resume builder and essay writer online. You don't even necessarily need to be good in those departments. You can employ the services of sites like Upwork and Fiverr and be a third party, a middleman between the person needing the service and the website. So all you need to do is just to look for somebody that is finding it difficult to write their resume and say, oh, I can offer you this service, but you have to pay me between 2,000 naira and 5,000 naira. And when you do that well and deliver, even if you're not the one doing it, say you're sourcing it out to this website I just mentioned, and the person loves what you do, the person refers it to another person, and like that you have started a business out of your room without spending a dime on it. So this year we are not done, we have to make that money either ways. Okay, to maximize all of these things I have mentioned, you all know that we're in the day and age of technology and everything now is online. So you have to utilize tools like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and other social media platforms to push your business. First and foremost, you want to create a profile on any of these or all of these social media platforms I just mentioned. Use the right hashtags, follow people, follow communities that give the same services that you're going to delve into. Put your contact information from your phone numbers to your email addresses to your location if you have a location. But if you don't, if you're working from home, you don't need to include all of that. You can go to whoever needs your services and provide it for them, or even just do it via phone call or tools like WhatsApp or DMs. You can also use website like Vista to print out complimentary cards that you can share to people in churches, in your child's school, and food bars, or anywhere basically to the public, and you'll be sure to get traffic come your way. All of these things are very cheap to begin, so there is no reason why we should sit back and not do anything in 2020. That's not our goal at all, at all, at all. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you learned a thing or two, let me know down in the comment section as well, and share this video with your friends or anybody that you feel like needs this knowledge impacted in them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next series on the Boss Up 2020. Bye.